What's good, man?
Man, nothing much. What's been good with you?
I've been chilling, man. I've been trying to get you back on,
Yeah.
but you're busy because
Yeah, man.
you
Out
run your
here.
own business.
Yeah, man. Out here saving vaginas one at a time. Okay?
Hey,
One at
hey,
a time,
hey.
man.
Tell the people what you do because you offer a lot of service.
Yes, I do. So, I just opened up the Love Below Yoni Spa. It's out there in Old Seminole Heights. I do Brazilians, vajacials, and yoni steaming. I am a licensed esthetician, so don't y'all worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm licensed out here in these streets. But yeah, so basically that's what I do. I do offer pH balancing wash,
Mm.
yoni steam blends for any kind of ailment that you may have, scrubs. I got a whole bunch of other things on the horizon too, y'all. So y'all just hold on to that.
Mm.
But yeah.
And you got a new building?
Yes, I got a
Yes,
new building,
yes,
man. Listen,
yes,
my
yes.
old storefront out here, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm very, very proud and very excited about where we moving in the direction that I'm moving in. So,
How'd you get into that?
Um
Because typically that's not something people like, y'all want to grow up in.
so it's funny, I used to want to be an obstetrician.
Okay.
But I really got into the yoni steaming part of it back in 2015. And the reason being is because I was diagnosed with PCOS at that time, which
What is
is
PCOS?
polycystic ovarian syndrome. So I was diagnosed with that. I started eating better because that was one of the things, the stuff that you're eating will definitely mess up your body. And then I started losing weight around that time. Listen, I was fine back in 2016. I'm still fine today, but listen, 2016 I had dropped like 60 pounds, y'all. But it was on the road of doing that because I had really bad periods and I was just trying to really like self-help myself. Started doing a lot of research. And that's what kind of started it. And then, I got pregnant out here in these streets.
You got pregnant.
I got pregnant.
You got beautiful kids, though.
Yes, my babies, that's my life. That's what I do it for. So, most definitely. But then, especially after I had him, it seemed like it got worse after I had my youngest one. So, I went back and I just started really researching herbs and trying to figure out what was going to work best for me. And I started steaming, and once I started steaming, then my periods got better as far as like the cramping, the nausea. Like, 'cause it used to be so bad, I would take a day off of work. That first day, like, I'm out. There is no.
I ain't gonna lie to you. And please forgive me.
Mhm.
My wife, please forgive me. When my wife goes through the cramps, I used to think she's over exaggerating.
Nah,
I'm a man, so typically
Yeah.
we think y'all like, it can't be that bad.
Nah,
but
man.
it is that bad.
Yeah, it is that bad. It'd be days like I would literally call out from work and just lay there all day.
So
Take
how-
the kids to school and be like, I got to lay it down. Like literally, it would be really bad.
How does what you do benefit or lessen the pain from?
So, herbs, because I mean, it's so crazy how like stuff that's like normal, like this just on this earth, has so many benefits to it. I mean, there's a lot of herbs that are used in just regular medicine, everyday medicine. So the herbs that I use, they help. You're gonna steam, and from you brewing those, the steam penetrates your vaginal lining, which then works up into your body and into your uterus. And so it calms and soothes, you know what I mean, your uterus. And so it helps as long as you continue to steam like you're supposed to. It can get to the point where I've heard stories of, I haven't had any stories myself yet, but I've heard stories of people not having periods anymore, which some people it's okay, because I've heard stories of females being okay not having a period and still being completely healthy, nothing wrong with their uterus. But then you have people that just really want a period and they steam as well because it can help regulate your period. Because there's so many females out here that their periods are so just like off.
Right.
Like I have females that they'll be like, I haven't had a period in 3 months.
It's a long time.
That's a long time to not have a period, because you got to imagine all that stuff is like just backing up inside your system and just causing more problems.
Right.
So yeah, so that's how the herbs help us, and as long as you're constantly, you know what I mean, like steaming. I steam twice a week, y'all. Okay, I steam on Sundays, and I steam on Wednesdays. You know, Sunday is really good for meditation as well. So on Sunday, you know, I sit, I talk to God. You know what I mean, meditate, set my intentions for the week, and you know, Wednesday, that's when you start to struggle throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? So Wednesday I steam again.
Okay.
And it just depends on how I'm feeling at that time as to which blend I decide to use at that time. But yeah, Wednesday is my day to just, you know, get over that hump, you know what I mean, and get back right on track.
How hard is it running a business like that as a black woman? Because you do everything yourself. You don't
I
have,
do.
You don't have a team.
Yeah. One man show. It's hard. And at the end of the day, I'll be tired. Cause you know it's like it don't stop for me. You know what I mean? In the morning it's my children. Then I go to work. Then I come home. It's the kids again. You know what I mean? And then after they go to bed, I'm still working on work. You know, it's a lot of late nights and early mornings. But I will say it is so worth it.
Back up. Okay, so I apologize.
Mhm.
Because you have a story about how you came into doing that. Because you were working for someone and something happened, right?
What are you talking about? Earlier this year? Because earlier this year I stepped back into corporate America.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all.
Yeah.
When I say miserable, baby, listen. The first time when I was on the wave report last time, I was working for myself. I had a suite. I was all the way out there in Trinity, Newport Richie area. I had a suite. It didn't really work out there. I had to go take, you know, a corporate job, and I was miserable. I was miserable. To the point where I was like, listen, this ain't gonna work. I'd rather, you know what I mean? I'd rather have to struggle again, you know what I mean, than do this. Like because I had been working for myself for so long that now going back into corporate America, listen, I remember my first check, I called off.
Why?
Because I was like, I worked for 80 hours and this is what I got?
Yeah, the tax is crazy.
And there was no insurance on there? Baby, what? I remember calling my mama and she was like, what are you doing at home? I'm like, Mama, I got that first check. And she was like, okay. So I'm like, no. I mean, I busted my behind, got cussed out by people. I mean, some of everything to look at this check and know there was no insurance on it. It was just taxes being taken out of it. And I'm like, no, this ain't it. This ain't it, man. This ain't it at all. So she was like, you know, because you took a day off, that's coming out your next check, right? All right, sis, you got a point there. But still, you know, I just wasn't with it. And so then in March, when all of the
when the world changed?
Yeah, when the world completely changed in March, it was pretty much like we were there one day and gone next.
Really?
Just like that. Like literally I came in on that Tuesday and they were literally like, oh, well, y'all just don't come in tomorrow because we don't know what we're going to do. Next thing you know, we're all receiving a text message saying that we're all being furloughed. And I have not been to work since. So you got to imagine like what kind of like tizzy that put me in, because I'm like, I got rent. I got these kids to take care of.
Bills don't stop.
Bills don't stop. They don't care nothing about what the world is going through. You know what I'm saying? So I was freaking out because I was like, I didn't have my taxes yet. I didn't have nothing. So I'm just like, really like, what am I going to do? And it just so happened that God was out here looking out, man. You know what I'm saying? God. Shout out, man. God was out here looking out. And I literally, all I did, I seen a lot of my friends in the Etsy world that were putting out at-home facials. So at the time I was tired of doing lashes, and I was like, you know, I do a lot of like Brazilians and vajacials all the time, which if y'all don't know what a vajacial is a facial for your vagina. That's where I go in and get all blackheads, ingrown hairs, anything like that. It comes out, okay? So I just set outside, asked the question on Facebook. You know, how would y'all feel if I put out like a kit, at-home kit for vaginal care? Boom. Set the motion. Next thing you know, Pussy Fairy was born.
I see that.
And now we're here. You know what I'm saying? Pussy Fairy was born, man. So, I mean, ever since then, it's been rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you go back to corporate America?
No, listen. No. I'll find other ways before I go back. But look, let me say this. I will never say never. You know what I'm saying? Because I said that once before, and then God, you know, God got a sense of humor, okay? So God put me right back into corporate America. But I do feel like, as unfortunate as COVID has been, I feel like it was a definite pause for people to really take stuff into perspective. You're going to find out if you're a hustler or not, because, you know,
that's real.
45 felt like all we needed was $1,200 to, you know, to live out here in these streets. And, you know, it wasn't. That ain't enough. So I feel like you found out if you was a hustler or not during this time. You found out, you know, and I found out what I was made of during this time. I didn't have, of course I got the first little stimulus package or whatever, but I still don't have my taxes. I had to fight to even get
a lot of people don't have their taxes.
Yeah, I don't have my taxes. I still don't have my taxes, but them suckers gonna come right on time, bro. They gonna come right on time. But I still don't have my taxes. Like, I had to fight to even try to get on unemployment, because, you know, the year before I wasn't working.
Yeah.
So they looked at it like, well, you don't have nothing for us to look back on.
Right. So what are some benefits of owning your own business?
So I'll tell you, the biggest benefit for me is being able to make my own schedule. Especially with me having 2 young boys, it just works the best for me. If somebody's sick, if they have a play or sports or anything like that, I can rearrange my schedule to where I can be there for them the most. One thing, I know everybody, you know, laughs at me for this, but I was brought up like this on birthdays and stuff like that. We don't work
at all.
At all. Period. Okay. Our birthday is our birthday. That's it. That's your day.
Mm-hmm.
So like yesterday, I was able to take my day off, close my day off. I didn't have to ask nobody except myself. Adrian, do you want to take a day off? Yes, you do. Okay. You know what I mean? And I was able to spend the day with my son. It was his 13th birthday. That's a big birthday. Now, for me, that's big. You know what I mean? That I'm able to just do whatever I wanted to do with my son yesterday, and not have to ask nobody about it. So that's one of the biggest benefits for me. I'm trying to think of other benefits.
Are you normally booked the full day? Like if you have to go do a full day?
From 10 to 5, I'm out here. You know what I mean? Snatching cats. Pussy. You know what? I'm mad I didn't bring my wings. I got my wings in the car.
Yep.
I should have had my wings on. But yes, so yeah, I'm 10 to 5, you know. And then on Saturdays is when I'm really jamming. You know, a lot of times I might have like a break in between. Like I make sure that I, you know, take like an hour lunch. That way I can go like ship out stuff. Cause I do offer products as well. So I take that time to go, you know, ship stuff out if need be. Sit there and just relax if need be, get my stuff together, write down everything I need to do, even sometimes go home, meal prep for whatever I need to do. Like I take that time and do that during that time and then get back to business. Like I said, Saturdays are my busiest day.
Yeah.
And I'm open from 12 to 6 on Saturdays.
12 to 6. You're not open on Sunday?
No, I'm off Sunday and Mondays.
So I had a question because men don't know much about steaming.
Yeah. You know,
do you do men or you just do women?
So I do men's steaming, and I do men's blends, so yoni steaming blends for men specifically. I used to do manzillions, however, that is not on the table anymore because some men is just mannish as hell. So I'm not doing that no more. But yes, it's very good for men to steam. Steaming helps with pH balance and just in your prostate. So listen, y'all men, it's very important to make sure that your prostate is. So I hope y'all going to get that checked, and then, you know, doing steaming as well. It is not, because this has been said to me multiple times, it is not gay to get a yoni steam. It's just not.
Mhm.
But a lot of men, that's the first thing that they think of. That's the first. I ain't no steam touching my booty, bruh. Listen, it's not even about that. Also, I want to start really getting out there. I know I did like a post on it, but I really want to actually like probably go live. Matter of fact, I need to post it on your page one time. But go live and just talk about it because, man, y'all just don't know. Y'all be throwing us off.
Explain.
So listen, we got something called pH balance, okay? So if y'all are using the wrong soap, even if we're using the wrong soap, but a lot of times, I mean, y'all have to think about it, especially if you're with a woman and y'all are not using any kind of protection. Whatever y'all are using as far as soap down there can throw us off. So we just gonna throw Dove. Dove is, I know a lot of men, well, I use Dove. The worst I've heard is Irish Spring. So if you're using Irish Spring out there, please stop.
It
Please,
just smells good.
stop. Yeah, it smells good.
It smells
Zest
good.
too, Zest, Ivory Coast, all them soaps, please stop, okay? Dove as well. But so Dove, we'll just use Dove. Like Dove, it says that it's pH balance. Okay, that's fine and dandy. But the pH of our skin is a 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
pH balance is a 7.
Mm-hmm.
So our skin is acidic.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta think about it. Neutral is 7. We're acidic. You're putting this on your skin, and you think that your skin is gonna be balanced. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So then you got the vagina. The vagina is even lower. The vagina is a 3.8 to a 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're using Dove, you know, and then you're actually, you know, having sex with that, then you're messing up her pH. Or if you're having sex after you know, working out, you know, or just niggas that out here just stank and nasty. Oh, let's really touch on this. The ones that are uncircumcised, that don't clean themselves. Listen, get your life, okay? And stop using all those soaps as well. And make sure that you pull that skin back and clean it. Because you will really, it will throw us off. So I really do want to do like a live, and I want to bring some men on there. But this is a good one as well. So yes, that's.
You should. Many of us are uninformed or misinformed.
Yeah, most definitely, and I'm coming out with a wash too that's actually pH balanced for men as well. So that way, when we ain't got to worry about all that. So y'all can buy your man stuff and your stuff at the same time, and you don't have to worry about all that. So
what kind of products do you create?
Okay, so I have my pH balancing yoni wash. I have what's it called? I have yoni oils. I have yoni toner. I have scrubs that I make. I mix my own for my pH balancer suppositories. I make that. I even have CBD suppositories. So for women that are that have like really bad like periods and stuff like that, you can pop one of those in, and it helps with it's a natural pain relief instead of us popping all these pills, because popping all this medicine is horrible too for our bodies.
Side effects, crazy.
Yeah. Real bad. So I created that. Trying to think of what else is in there, man.
You're doing a lot.
Yeah. And
You're
there's some
doing a lot.
stuff. There's some other stuff that I'm about to, you know.
You want to give us a sneak peek? Don't reveal too much because people steal. But don't.
You're
reveal
right.
too much.
You're right. Listen. So I have another steam blend coming out. I have something for moisture. And I'm about to come out with some. Oh, we about to.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm about to have some little, you know, because it all ties into the pussy fairy, you know, sexuality and just taking care of yourself and stuff like that. So we're gonna offer some toys here soon.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And I'm gonna have I'm gonna probably have you know, a sexual intimacy line.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's what's coming. Also, something that I wanted to talk about is something that also helped me for women that are that have really bad periods. Steaming helped me, but also me not using tampons and pads. I use my Yoni cup, or even if you don't use my Yoni cup, use any kind, like a Diva cup that's out there. I'm trying to think of the other ones. Like I think they have like one called a Flex cup. It's silicone. It's FDA approved silicone, and basically you got to think about it. With a tampon, my period used to be so heavy I would have to wear a Super Plus tampon and a Super Plus pad. First of all, that's a whole bunch. Okay.
It sounds like.
You know, and tampons are uncomfortable, and then pads are uncomfortable too. They feel like you got a diaper on. So I started using organic because I thought that would be better because there's so many chemicals in the regular tampons and pads. So I stopped using those, got organic. I noticed a little difference, but it wasn't what I was looking for. Like my period was like 8 to 9 days. I was trying to drop it to lower than that. I would cramp really bad. It was just horrible. So then I stopped using tampons because my thought process was, okay, so if something's stuck in there, it's not, your body is not able to shed like it needs to. You know what I mean? Just like completely shed like it needs to. So I started using the pad. The pad still wasn't enough. I was like, this is, and then walking around feeling like you got a diaper on. It's just horrible. So that's when I looked into the Diva cup. That was my very first cup that I had, and I fell in love with it. Now I don't have, my periods have went from 8 to 9 days. Now my periods are 4 to 5 days. That's a big jump. For women that have periods, y'all understand what I'm saying.
It is a big jump.
That's a big jump. You know what I'm saying? And now I don't have cramps. I don't.
No?
Like, and if I do have them, I don't have to take medicine for it. You know what I'm saying? It's something I can work through. There's a difference between being like, you just laid out to where, you know what I mean, than something that you could just work through and you don't have to take any medication for. Even on my grand opening day, I woke up, she was knocking at the door. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Today of all days, my period was to start on my grand opening day. But I had no problems, no cramps. I'm walking around chilling with everybody like it's normal because I make sure that I steam, and on top of me steaming, I use my cup. And now my periods are short and I don't have the cramping or anything like that.
Is it common for women to experience that much pain over it seems like almost 2 weeks?
It differs for some people. Some people I've heard that, you know, they have like 3-day periods with no cramps. And we'd be envious. You know what I'm saying? That's incredible. There's a lot of women that are out there that are like that, but also I feel like I found in the black community that we are more susceptible to things like endometriosis. I say it so much. Fibroids, cysts. You know what I mean? PCOS and stuff like that. And it just seems like we bleed more. It seems like we bleed heavier, and they're more painful. I also feel like it's also because a lot of us don't take care of ourselves like we need to.
It's very true. It's very true.
So, you know,
but you rectifying that a little bit.
Yeah, like I told you, out here saving one vagina at a time. You know.
Do most people who come to you, your clientele, do you find them to be outside of them wanting to get a wax?
At my grand opening, she says it's crazy that I have to come to my daughter to ask her questions about my vagina. And that's coming from the woman who taught me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like anybody's stupid. It's just that we're not informed.
Yeah.
So there it goes. And I have no problem with informing anybody anything. I was really thinking about doing, I wanted to do like not a get together, a forum maybe? Yeah. Anyway, so basically teaching young girls and call it the rites of passage. And just basically teaching young girls like how to take care of themselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to Krista, she's the one that gave me that
That's
title.
a good title.
But yeah, just teaching young girls. I know it's a touchy topic.
But it's necessary.
But it's necessary because there's a lot of men out here that are raising girls by themselves.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
true.
And they don't know what's okay and what's not okay and what to do and what not to do. Even like my mom, because she wasn't taught that. You know what I mean? My grandmother, she knew only what her mom gave her, and then my grandmother gave that to my mom, so she didn't know. You know, so my mom handed me a pad. Here you go.
So most moms do. You're right. That's what most moms do. But that's what they know. To your point, it is what they know. And
then also, I hate birth control, y'all. Don't get me wrong, I hate birth control, and I feel like that's something that in the black community we slap our kids on really fast too. Really, really fast.
Well, why? Because birth control don't affect everybody the same.
It don't. But the thing is that birth control, I
Go ahead.
I truly feel like birth control was put here to control the population of black folks. I'm sorry,
No,
but that's how I
it's
feel.
a way
So
for you,
I
so there's
feel,
more.
yeah, I feel like that's what it was here for. Truthfully, if you think about it, we're Planned Parenthoods
Mm.
in the hood.
No, you're right. I mean, that's not. That ain't like.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not something to debate. It is,
No, like
they
it
are.
is what it is. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I really feel like that's what it's for. But again, like I said, who do you see with most of the problems?
No, you're right.
Black women. Even now we're starting, and I feel with everything that's going on nowadays, like we're really starting to see, like even they're coming up with statistics of how many black women die during childbirth. We don't get the same care as, you know what I'm saying? We don't get the same care as our counterparts.
You're right.
So yeah, y'all stuffing us. Oh yeah, you need to take this birth control to control your period. No, there's natural remedies out here, yoni steaming, that can help you rather than you taking this pill. Because truthfully, I feel like it messes your body up even more. Like I'll tell you, I had after my son, because I was like, I ain't with this having no more kids. Like he was, listen, the oldest one is 13, the youngest one is 3.
That's it.
I don't know. Now, if I get married, you know what I'm saying, it might be another one if I get married. But at the time, you know, people, and even myself, like, Adrian, what the hell was you thinking? You know what I'm saying? That's a 10-year gap. But anyway, so at the time I was like, well, I'll do birth control. But I thought the way that they explained the Mirena is an IUD, if nobody knows what that is. It's an intrauterine device. That's birth control. It basically puts off medication inside of your uterus, okay? So I'm thinking, the way they talk about it, I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be good. Like, it's better than, I didn't had the pill, I didn't had NuvaRing, I didn't had some of everything. All those would give me headaches, I would be sick, or the NuvaRing would just fall out. Like, whatever the case may have been, it was all bad experiences. So I'm thinking, oh, this one is gonna be good. Like, it's inside of me, I don't have to worry about it, you know what I mean, going about my day. Lord have mercy. The periods were horrible. And then when I just got tired of it, and I was like, I think Jace at the time was probably January. I got it in February. I got it taken out in August that same year. So when I went back to go get it taken out, the first day they couldn't find it. So they were like, oh, and she just kept on asking me, have you had sex?
How can they not find it?
Yo, listen.
So
So they were like, we can't find it. She kept on asking me, have you had sex? I'm like, no, I have not had sex. Literally, I had not had sex from the time I conceived my child. So he's what, 6, 7, 8 months at this time? No, I have not had sex. I haven't done anything. So they're like, okay, well, we're going to send you to the other location because they have a ultrasound machine so they can find it. So they go in there, they're looking, and they found it. It had dislodged. Now, the lady, they dug for about 40 minutes trying to get it out. And at that point in time, she looked at me and she was like, I'm glad that you came in because it could have tore up your uterus.
Yeah.
Because the way that it hooks, you know what I'm saying? Like, it hooks like that and it's a little piece. So that sits on the side of you. Like, it could have tore up my uterus, y'all. Like, that's crazy. Also, how did it mysteriously dislodge?
Is that common?
I'm just gonna be real. I feel like it's common among the black community. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard of any of my white counterparts telling me that something dislodged in them.
After that, you never.
Oh no. I was done. Listen, we're gonna have to wrap it up 3-4 times if that's the case. I just don't have time. You know what I mean, to be dealing with that. And so that's one of the things that I know it's a touchy topic, and I know that a lot of our black mothers feel like they don't want another woman telling them, you know what I'm saying, like what to do with their child. But I feel like we are the fastest race to slap our kids on some birth control when they become of age.
I agree.
And it's just not. So you think about it, if we're already slapping our kids on this birth control and stuff like this, and they're not even sexually active at the time, they got time to build up problems.
Right.
And then we're not finding out about these problems until you actually go get the child checked. I mean, they're probably not even a child at that point anymore. They're like 23, 24, 25. They're an adult now. and now they're finding out, oh, I got fibroids, or oh, I got PCOS. You know,
Fibroids seem like it's very prevalent
it's
in black women.
in
man.
the black community.
Mm, mm, mm.
I have a friend that has fibroids horribly. I have cysts. You know what I'm saying? So like, and my friend, she actually went and got hers taken out. She had like 8 of them.
That's-
Yeah, she went and had hers taken out, and then she just went back to the doctor and found out she got 4 more.
They grow back.
They grow back.
Mm.
It's bad, and like you said, it's very prevalent in the black community. So it's just like this birth control and stuff like that. I'm very against it. You know what I mean? I tell people, they're like, why don't you just be on birth control? You go be on birth control. I'm not gonna be on birth control. Birth control is horrible for your body. I ain't doing it.
Mhm.
Oh, another thing, while we on it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
listen.
man.
These yoni pearls. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of these yoni pearls, because I'm about sick and tired of this conversation of yoni pearls. Okay, so what a yoni pearl is basically they look like little balls. Okay, and it's basically like muslin wrap. It's like a net kind of material.
Mhm.
Anyway, they take the herbs that are in yoni steams, and they put them in the balls, and they wrap them up. Now, they tell you to put them inside of you for 3 of them for 72 hours. Okay,
Mhm.
so red flag number 1. Okay, we all know that even if you stick a tampon inside of you for more than 6 to 8 hours, you're at risk of getting toxic shock syndrome. So I don't know why people would not think, hey, if I put something in me for 72 hours, you know, it's wrong, right? No, but some people, they just follow the masses instead of actually doing research or just critically thinking about what they're doing. There's one picture, I'm gonna find it on my page while I'm talking to y'all. There's one picture of this girl, and she was like, oh, look at all the toxins that came out. No, sis, that's your skin, okay? It is the lining of your vagina coming out. As we know, our skin sheds every single day. It scales off every single day, and you get a new layer of skin. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing that happens inside of you as well. But the thing is that we're not forcing these skin cells to slaw off, as you shouldn't force the skin cells in your vagina to slaw off. They should naturally slaw off. So when you're putting something that's like a muslin texture inside of you, it is rubbing and is going to force that skin lining to come out. People think that that's toxin. No, that ain't a toxin. That's your lining, sis. That's what's coming out of you.
I'm learning a lot today. I would not have known if you
Yeah,
would not have
man.
came here today.
Yeah, listen.
I'm very thankful.
It's a lot of stuff, and I'm
It is a
glad
lot.
I'm glad to be talking to another male, because like I could talk.
We
to
definitely
anybody.
don't know
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
We don't know anything.
Exactly. So it's good to talk to another male, because, and them being open minded as well, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of men that are very close minded out here.
Can't learn that way, man.
You sure can't.
A lot of us don't clean properly either. I'm a man.
That's why I said. That's why I said that. Listen.
And
get
then
it
you get with a
together.
woman.
And I feel like that's a part of you caring about your woman.
Mm.
Like if you care enough, like if she tells you like, yo, you throwing off a pH balance,
Mm-hmm.
might want to take care of that, because if you don't, like, I mean, y'all just gonna constantly be in the same boat
You're right.
with her having a yeast infection, a BV, anything, and then you can't have no sex no damn way.
That's true.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm
That's real.
saying?
That's real.
You fix one problem, then you get rid of a whole nother problem. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Then you don't have to worry about all that.
Any final words? Because you've given so much information, I feel like people can come back to this repeatedly if they need to learn something new.
I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. You know what I'm saying?
What's coming next? First of all, tell them where they can find you if they need
Oh,
to.
yes. So you can find me on Instagram at the Pussy Fairy, and it's PUSSE.
Mhm.
Okay. On Facebook, it's the Love Below Yoni Spa. You can find me there. Be on the lookout. I'm about to do Smoke and Steam, ladies. So Smoke and Steam is gonna be 100% CBD hookah.
Mhm.
Okay, no tobacco, all herbal. You're gonna have mimosas and fruit, and we're gonna steam, honey.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Yes. Girls' Day out here popping. You hear
Uh-huh.
me? So be on the lookout for that. Because we're expanding. I'm expanding to 4 seats, so you can have a party of 4 at one time. I'm still doing Brazilians. Oh, come see me on Saturdays. I'm busy on Saturdays because I run a special called Snatch Saturdays, where you get a Brazilian for $50, or you get the Brazilian and the vajacial for what was it, $80?
Yeah, don't short yourself.
Jesus.
don't short yourself.
Listen,
Don't short
but
yourself.
I believe that's what it is.
And she is located in the Tampa area. If y'all want to come
Yes.
visit, if y'all need any services done.
Or even if you just want to ask me a question, I have no problem explaining anything. If you have a personal question, you know what I mean, that you just don't feel like you can ask on like yes, it's 80. That you can ask on like a public forum, you can most definitely hit me up on my inbox, or you can text me. It's 813-267-7462. Matter of fact, text me, because sometimes them inboxes, they be popping, and
They do.
listen,
They
they
do.
be popping, and sometimes I
We've
miss
had
a
some
couple.
talks, yeah.
I miss a couple sometimes, or
Popping.
I'm still human sometimes, and I'm working it just by myself. So sometimes I forget to respond back.
Mm-hmm.
So just hit me up.
Well, thank you for coming on a Saturday, your
Yes,
busiest day.
yes,
so you took
yes.
time.
Yeah, man.
But I appreciate you, 'cause I thought this was necessary. For coming
Yes,
on,
yes,
Adrian.
yes.
So follow Adrian, follow the wave, subscribe to the channel, and I'll hit y'all back soon.
All right.
Peace.